This is Andrea, and thanks for listening. First of all, I want to apologize because this video is going to seem a little bit different than the previous ones because right now um, my laptop died a couple of days ago. So it's in the shop, they fixed it, it's all done, but you know how it goes. Sometimes these things catch you at a financially inopportune moment. So it's not that expensive. It's only like $80, $90. So I'll have my laptop back in a couple of days. But in the meantime, I still had wanted to make a couple of videos. So we are making a video with my tablet, and it makes really good videos. But of course, I don't get the chance to edit it and put in the background music and everything like with my other videos. So we're just gonna do it this way. It's okay. Anyway, today, it's all about 911. Okay, as some of my friends know, one of the big things that I do, that I've been doing for 10 or more years, is the interpretation of symbols. I just happen to be one of those people that are really good with interpreting symbols. Even when somebody asks me about a symbol that I have never previously interpreted, um, because of my ability to channel my higher self, the meaning usually just kind of flows out of me. I can't really explain it, it just does. A friend of mine, Kiera, always asks me, how do you do that? How did you know that? And I can't ever really explain it. It's just something, when I started getting into dream interpretation like more than 10 years ago, that's how I ended up realizing I had a knack for interpreting symbols, all sorts of symbols, whether it's dream interpretations, numbers that I see, animals that I see. I mean, you name it, all different types of things. I just have a knack for interpretation. So, anyway, I want to talk about the number 911 because starting a couple of weeks ago, I started seeing 911 all the time. I remember there was like 2 days in a row where I was telling my friend, every time I looked at the clock today, and the only times I looked at the clock today, it happened to be 9/11. It was 9/11 in the morning, then it was 9/11 in the evening. Yeah, you could say it's just a coincidence, but you'd also have to say it's a coincidence that the only two times that I really looked at the clock to check the time, those 2 days, both times it was 9/11 on 2 days in a row. Okay, so there are those of you who are going to be like, it's just numbers. Oh, it's just coincidence. Oh, there's no merit to this. Guess what? This video is not for you. Move on. Sorry, but it's the truth. It's not for you. There was a time in my life that I must admit I never saw these numbers. Now, some people would reason that, well, yeah, they were still showing up. Maybe you just weren't noticing them. And that is true. It's like your awareness hasn't opened up to the point where you're even noticing them. But then once you start to awaken and your awareness starts to open and expand, that's when you start seeing things that were always there, but that you just never saw or noticed before. That's why it's called awareness. You become aware of the things that were there that you just never noticed. It's not that they just suddenly started appearing. Okay, so when it's time, you're going to become aware of it. You're going to notice it when it's your time to. Anyway, so after a couple of weeks of repeatedly seeing 911, I started to get a little concerned, I'll admit. I'm thinking because, I live in the United States, and, for 9/11, we have the significance of 9/11 can be a tragic one. Or 9/11 could mean a bad emergency type of situation, like when you dial 911 on the phone to call for help. And that's what I started thinking when I started realizing, okay, I'm still repeatedly seeing 911. That's what I thought. I thought 911, does this mean help? Does this mean, or is somebody trying to tell me I'm going to be needing help, or that somebody in my life is going to have an emergency and need help? Is somebody going to get sick? Is somebody going to get into an accident? I started thinking about all of these things. Finally, the one of the last times I'd seen 911, I said I can't take it anymore, because now I'm starting to get worried, because I'm still seeing it. So as it so often happens, seeing a symbol is like getting a message. It could be a bird. It could be that a cardinal keeps showing up and appearing and sitting on my fence, and just day after day after day keeps coming, and maybe you don't really pay it much attention. You don't worry about the interpretation of it. But that day that you finally go, you know what, let me look this up, and you realize what it means, what it could be telling you, the cardinal will then not need to come to you anymore, because the cardinal finally got its message through to you, is the reason why it was sent to you. Once the cardinal finally can deliver the message to you, it won't need to come anymore. Then you'll stop seeing it. Okay, so with 911, of course, when I finally got curious and I looked it up, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh, thank goodness, it's not a bad thing. So I wanted to share with you the meaning of it. Now that I shared with you off the top of my head some of the things that I thought it could signify. Now I want to tell you what I found, and I'm going to read it. Because like I said, this isn't a symbol I've gotten often, and therefore with other symbols that I've gotten often, I can tell you what they mean. Okay, first of all, let me tell you this. With the number 9, the 9 signifies completion. As in, 9 comes before 10. 10 breaks down to a 1. Now, we're just talking numerology here. So, 9 is a number of completion, and we could say it could mean that some phase or something you've been working on is getting ready to complete. There is never an ending without a beginning. Where something ends, a new phase begins. So, ending also implies a new start. 911, well, the significance of the 1 it's a number of creativity. It's a number of something new. It could be a new phase, new project, a new awakening to something, an awakening to something new, or to some new understanding. So put it together, 911. You're completing a phase, getting ready to begin a new one. But what I found with the number 911 is that it had great spiritual significance. So I'm just going to read it to you, okay? And forgive me, I'm standing on my treadmill because I was trying to find good lighting. I feel like I'm at a podium. Okay, so I'm just going to read a little bit that I think you'll find significant. Okay, angel number 911 is a highly karmic and spiritual number that encourages you to pursue your life purpose and soul mission as a light worker. It tells of leadership and living life as a positive example in order to illuminate the way for others to follow. Angel number 911 is a vibration of spiritual enlightenment and awareness, and of reaping karmic rewards for work well done. Angel number 911 indicates that the angels are telling you that a new door has opened up for you as a product of your positive thought, intentions, and actions. Make the most of this opportunity and walk forward with confidence and surety, knowing that you are fulfilling your karmic destiny. Angel number 911 suggests that your goals are almost complete, and or that you are coming to the end of a phase or cycle in your life. It is an indication that one door is closing and another is opening. The message is to allow the old to be released so it is able to be replaced with the new. And since I read that off the website, I guess it would only be fair for me to tell you where I read that from. Hold on, I'll tell you. This is from the website, I think it's Angel. No, the article is called Angel Numbers Joanne Sacred Scribes, and the web address is sacredscribesangelnumbers.blogs. I guess that's the website. Anyway, and obviously from the long list of comments, a lot of people have been seeing the number 911. So if you have also been seeing this number a lot, well, now you know what it means for you. Don't really comment like, I've been seeing this number. Well, what does it mean for me? I just told you what it means for you. However, that's just knowledge. What I just gave you is knowledge. The problem with the knowledge is that doesn't mean you're going to understand it. It doesn't mean that after you watch this video, you're going to go, I get it now. You may still feel confused by why you're seeing this number. You're going to have to take your time with it. You have to think of the meaning that I just explained to you, while also thinking of the things that are going on in your life, how your life has been going, your dreams, your aspirations, the goals that you have. It's like thinking about the meaning of the number, the interpretation of it, and incorporating that kind of into what you have going on in your life. Sometimes if you just kind of let it, sit there in the back of your mind and make sure you meditate every day, don't worry. The understanding of it will come to you. But understanding doesn't come just because somebody explains something to you, because in explaining it to you, really all they did was they gave you the knowledge to stick in your head. Understanding is something where the knowledge that's put in your head, it's taken and it's worked on and it's changed into understanding, where it's understanding comes from the inside out, knowledge comes from the outside and comes into you. Understanding is where that knowledge that's in you is like kind of worked on and completed until you have this understanding that now can come from within you, if that made any sense. So I hope you enjoyed my explanation of the number 911, and I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to bringing you more of these short little videos, sharing with you just things you may need to know. Okay, well, have a great day or a great weekend or a great evening, whichever it may be. I appreciate you. Namaste.